Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Uh, oh, we made it.
Oh, hello.
Hello?
It's like we're on a
Hello?
phone call. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Is anyone there?
Um, uh,
Uh,
who there?
I can't hear you guys. I can't hear you guys. Can you? Hello?
Speak up.
Maybe I need to restart the stream. I can't hear any of you guys. In
Oh,
chat?
can,
Hello?
oh, chat.
Chat?
I
We
hear
can't hear you.
Baka.
Yeah, I think I heard. I think I heard. Hello. Hello. Oh, hello. Oh, hi, hey, Baka. Yeah, I can hear you.
Baka.
No, I can see you. I can't hear you. Okay. Anyways.
I can hear you in my head.
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful right
It's
there.
brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, you sound amazing. You sound
Mm-hmm.
so healthy. You sound really great. How's it going? Hi, welcome to Don't Worry Wednesday. Um, yeah, it's nice to be here. Joe, how you doing?
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
How are you?
Doing good. Very well, thank you. Happy to be here. Looking good, yes. Thank you.
Oyo. Oyo.
Hey yo, hey, yo. Okay.
Oi.
Hello.
EU is pronounced oi.
I thought OI was pronounced. I thought OUI was pronounced OI. Wait,
Yes.
no,
In
OUI is
English.
pronounced. Wait, hold on.
But
No.
in German, EU is pronounced oi. It's the weirdest thing. So like a euro is not a euro, it's an euro.
Oiko. Wow, that's incredible. What?
Yep. Jimmy.
Jimmy coming in with a banana. Hey, it's a nice looking
Yeah,
banana.
it's a nice looking banana.
That's a
Guys,
man.
guess
That is
what?
nice. What?
We don't have any topics, so you're just gonna get us talking about whatever random stuff.
Yeah. Guys, if you would like us to talk about anything of use, please send a topic to don'tworrywednesday.com. There's no apostrophe in that. If you added an apostrophe, it would work for you. So leave that
It won't
sucker
work.
out. It's great in
Yep.
grammar, but it's not good for connecting to an internet interface. So
Yes.
don'tworrywednesday.com is a lovely place to go. Otherwise, you can post right into the chat anything you guys would like to talk about. This is Don't Worry Wednesday, the show where we talk about problems, concerns, things that you're worried about in general that hopefully we can give some insight into. If not, at least a little bit of hope. A lot of times we go through life and we kind of figure things out along the way and solve some things, but it's nice to have second opinions. It's also nice to have people who've experienced similar things before, and it's nice to have a friend. It's always nice to have one of those. So we aim to walk alongside you as a friend for a short period of time. We aren't professional psychologists, psychiatrists, or anything along those lines, but we can give you our best from our own experiences. And chat can do the same, and chat often does brilliantly, coming in with amazing things, really important things, and oftentimes, well, there are many times where we just refer to them. It's like, wow, this person said this, and that was great, and I agree, and that's probably what I should have said. So, yeah, it's really nice. So, feel free to put some topics down for us, guys, or if you don't really have any, it's also really great. Well, if whether you have one or not, it's also really nice to see you just in the chat in general, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and helping out if you want, or just making jokes. It's always fun too. So, yeah, thank you. That was a disclaimer. I think I got it out of the way.
It was perfect.
How many times did I say like and smash the bell? Zero.
I
Failed.
well, then it wasn't perfect. It was
Yeah.
almost perfect.
I got a score of 0 if we multiply all the scores together, which is what I always do.
Because,
Well, I mean,
dude, that 1-0 just wrecks the whole thing.
technically that is appropriate in some conditions. Like, imagine you're cooking a meal and you're like, wow, like 10 for presentation, uh, 10 for texture, 0 for taste. I'm never gonna eat this, buddy. Like certain things you just multiply the numbers because
Yep.
they are very reliant on each other. But then again, if a meal looks like terrible but it tastes good, I guess if something scores a 0 on like appetizing, maybe you would still give the whole meal a 0 because you're like, I'm not eating that. I know that it's real food, but everything in my
Hmm.
body says no, so I can't eat it.
Yeah.
So that's real.
I don't want to smell it. I don't want to
Yeah.
look at it. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to eat it. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But I did, you know what? I experienced a new eating place
Oh, not a
this
restaurant,
past weekend.
an eating place.
A a place to eat food, a place to
Okay.
buy food and eat it. And chat, back me up. Shake Shack.
Oh, Shake Shack.
Some Have you been to a Shake Shack?
Hold on.
Not
No,
Steak and Shake.
no, I was thinking Steak and Shake. I was like, wait a minute. I recently went to a shake, and it wasn't. There's a Steak and Shake. There's a Shake. Hold on.
Shake Shack. Better than Steak and Shake.
Hey, sweetheart. Did we go to what was the
What's
name of that
that?
place we went to in Yokohama? That was like a burger place that had the word shake, or maybe shack or steak, steak.
Yeah.
I might have gone to one
Burger.
recently.
Jimmy, yes. Burger was so fantastic. The Shake Shack burger.
So
Oh my gosh. It's like a smash burger, it's so
okay,
good. And they had a shake that was like this chocolate blowout shake, right? And it had
okay.
like crumbled up graham crackers in it and stuff too. And it was so good. And it was so good. Even though it was made with frozen custard, it was still good.
Joe's coming to the light side.
Dude, no.
We did go there. Shake Shack in Yokohama. We did go do a Shake Shack.
Okay.
Yeah, we stayed
All
there for
right.
like
Good.
2 hours. But we weren't eating the whole time.
So
We were just
good.
chilling. Yeah, it was good.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, dang, because like, so I was in Detroit with my son, right? He had a
Mm.
basketball thing going on, and we stayed in the top of this top
Oh yeah,
floor
how
of
did
this
that go? Did you
hotel,
get a
had
nice
the,
room?
yeah, we were on the
That's
24th floor,
that's great. That's fun.
and it was cool. And, there were 25 floors on this place, but the 25th floor was all restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we were in the tallest floor you could actually stay in this building, and it was right across the street from his basketball stuff, so it took like 5 minutes to get there. Just walk. I got to park my car
Nice.
and not think about it the whole time, right? But
That's
then
really
we're walking downtown Detroit, which actually is kind of nice, like downtown is pretty nice. You get outside of downtown and it's like
yeah. Downtown
crazy
Detroit
crime.
beats downtown. Shoot, what is the name of that town? Louisiana? No,
Lansing.
Lansing. Uh, what's the
Yes.
what's the place we went to that had I don't know. For lack of better words, women dressed in scantily clad clothing hitting each other with snow shovels in a very nice Corvette. Do you remember that?
Was that Milwaukee?
That was
I
Milwaukee.
think
Thank
that
you.
was
That's what I was looking
Milwaukee.
for. Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Milwaukee.
Downtown Detroit is nicer than downtown Milwaukee,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
I think so too.
Hmm. But anyway, we were going to go to the Renaissance Center, which is like the tallest building in the city, right?
Yeah. What on
Was
earth
that
is
funny?
right?
Right, yes. Oh my gosh, we got some stories of some
Oh,
things we've
yeah.
seen in some downtown areas, man.
Yeah.
It's wild. We've been to a few. Anything above 5 stories is a not for me kind of
Oh,
place. Oh,
really?
Baca, but it's so cool. Like when you're sitting there, look, the view is so great, and you feel like if I had to live in a city, I'd have to live on a high floor because that would be the only semblance of peace that I would
Mm.
get. Like when you're at street level, there's so much going
Oh,
on
it's so
and
loud.
people everywhere, and it's crazy.
Hmm.
But then like when you get up high and you're looking out your window and you're just it feels so good. But
It's
anyway,
yeah. I
go
agree.
ahead.
I agree. I agree completely.
Yeah. We were gonna go to the Renaissance Center. They had a restaurant. They didn't have an observation deck, which was what we were really looking for. We just wanted the big views, right? But they had a restaurant on the 71st floor.
Hmm.
And we were like, oh yeah, maybe it'll be worth it.
Okay. Maybe it'll be worth it. Did you walk up the 70s?
No,
Okay,
because
good.
I'm sure I'm sure it's got to be expensive. It can't be a
Okay.
cheap restaurant, and
Right.
it's a steakhouse. And we were like, okay. So let's take a look. And I looked at the menu. The cheapest thing on the menu was a 14-ounce New York strip steak for $95.
Whoa! Yikes!
That was the cheapest thing on the menu.
Whoa! Yikes! That's
I was like, buddy,
crazy.
I was like, Shake Shack.
Oh my
Let's
gosh!
go there.
What? Here I was like
Moonlit, you're
$15
leaving
price.
already? Is because I mentioned a $95 steak on the 71st floor. I'm sorry.
Moonlit. Thanks for stopping by, and we hope you have a wonderful time. You said you were worried, but you're talking about, well, I'm leaving because then, okay, that makes sense now.
Dude, seriously, I couldn't believe it. It was so expensive. And I'm like, sorry, we're not going there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, we climbed all the way up, but we can't afford to stay. So,
I was like, I tell you what, we go through all this. Now he's only in 8th grade right now. So he's got some time to develop his skills, and he's already really good at basketball.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, and he's got, Division I NCAA and
what grade is
hopefully
he in?
NBA in his sights. What's that?
What grade is he in?
8th.
What the? How did he get there?
What?
That's crazy. Time moves so.
I
You
know.
know what? I mean,
Last you knew, he wasn't even born yet, and now he's an 8th
I know, right? I remember. Wow, I remember your firstborn son being born
Mm-hmm.
and meeting him for the first time when he was at no stage to remember me. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. But anyway, so I was like, look, dude, you go to the NBA and I'll let you take me there.
I'll let you take me there. Exactly. That's great. That's so awesome.
How about that?
Mhm. Was he
I mean,
bummed?
yeah,
But
you're pretty right. No, he was fine. He
I
was when
figured.
he saw that, he was like, no, dude.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Reasonable.
No. Yeah, no, he wasn't upset in the least. He was kind of bummed that they didn't have an observation deck,
Mm,
because
yeah.
it'd be cool to get the views, but
Mhm.
yeah. Anyway,
You got to pay for them views.
yeah, and you're right, yeah, it's like his taste buds probably aren't quite to that point to really appreciate something like that. But although, you know what? I don't know if my taste buds are that developed to appreciate that, because like seriously, it's a steak.
Yeah.
I can go to, I don't know what, probably the best steakhouse that I've been to is a place called Lucky's. And
Oh, Lucky's
Lucky's
is
is
nice.
really good. Yep. Lucky's is great. But it's like, it's kind of normal. Like it's a high-end steakhouse with really thick steaks. Great. But they're like $30 maybe. Like
Yeah.
the highest priced one is like $30.
Sure. Well, when was the last time you've been to a Lucky's? Like how many years ago?
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're probably more than $30. Probably 40. But I don't
They
know.
might be. They might be.
They might be. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's right. And
Yeah, the quality doesn't
there's
matter
a certain
anymore.
point.
Yeah.
It's just like a steak's a steak, and you can do all kinds of special things with it, and you can dress up the plate however much you want. And actually, any place that I go, I dare them to dress up a plate as good as Maru's does.
Ooh.
They're not going to do it.
No. We would like to take you tomorrow's though.
I would like to go with you tomorrow.
Yeah. Did you get my wife's message?
I did.
It was
I felt really
hilarious.
special.
You are special. We love
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I love you too. And yes, we will have to go and get some Marus together. I would love that.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nuts. And you're right, Mianglios. $50 for the view at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to a place like that and and it's cool. Like the experience is really cool. But man,
How much is like Cedar Point?
What?
How much is it to go to like Cedar
a ticket
Point
for the day?
Yeah, for the day. Ticket for the day.
I think it's 40.
It's only 40?
Yeah.
Whoa. I thought it'd be like 100 something.
No, it's like $40 for a ticket.
Okay, so
And then, but
I
then you got to pay for parking, and then blah
yeah.
blah 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 blah.
I mean, like, you compare those prices, dang. It's like you can go to Cedar Point for like
Hmm.
$40 or buy a steak for 95.
I
Like,
know,
I
I
understand that
know.
we do need food, but no, if you're gonna pay for an experience, it might as well be like an all-day adventure, like, or two all-day adventures by the time you buy like your actual dinner. Because who knows
Hmm.
how much they charge for drinks and all that.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're walking out of there paying 200-300 bucks. Sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Crazy.
I kind of made a waitress mad when we were there though because I didn't order any alcohol. I'm like, I mean, I don't generally drink. It always leads to a headache. So I'm just like, it's not really much point. So it's like, so we went to this burger place, right? And it was like it was like a pub with
Mm,
burgers and all this kind of stuff, right?
yeah.
And she brings out the drink menu and she puts it on our table and my son's like looking at it. And she's like, yeah, that's not for you, actually. That's for him.
Oh,
And she's like, so what would
that's
you like to
funny.
drink? And I was like, water.
That's funny. That's
And
great.
but that's where the bill gets racked up is
Oh
in the
yeah,
drinks,
the drinks,
right?
yeah, for sure.
And so then that reflects in their tip too. So I
Mm.
I just made sure I tipped heavily and then she was fine.
It's always the drinks where they try to. It's like that's where they make the money, because the drinks don't cost them much. Well, it depends on what. If it's a wine, it will cost them a lot of money because whoever charges for wine requires a lot
Hmm.
of money. But like other than that, I remember
Yep.
I remember I worked for Taco Bell, and it was always like try to upsell a drink because that's where we make all of our money. Wait, it's
Yeah.
like we make some money on the food for sure, but like the drinks, like we make four times as much money on the drinks. It's
Oh,
like
yeah. The
crazy.
margins are ridiculous on
Yeah.
drinks, man.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. There's a moth in here.
Oh, eat it.
Nah. I
Eat the
think moths are
moth.
awesome. I would kill one. Maybe it was already dead.
Well,
Nah.
catch it and set it free.
There you go. Well, we've been doing that with a couple of bugs a day. A hornet
Mm.
in our house and two ants.
Whoa.
It was a paper hornet.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. That's not a moth. That's a stink bug. I just never seen him flying around before.
Oh, they're
Buddy,
loud.
what are you doing? He's hanging out in my lamp inside. Hope
You're
this
right,
didn't get
Moonlit. For soft drinks, most of it's just carbonated water. There's a little bit of syrup in there,
yeah.
and then it's just water with carbonation added to it,
Hmm.
right? When you get the machine. So you're basically, I think you're just plugged into your tap
Yeah.
for the water, right? And then
Yeah.
it carbonates it in the machine and then,
Hmm.
then adds the syrup flavoring
Yeah,
in
that's
it and
right.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
Hey, did
yeah,
you know that?
so soft drinks are like really cheap to make in a machine like that if you have
Yeah.
the machine.
It costs literal cents, and then they charge $1. It's crazy.
$1.
No, sorry, not anymore. I was thinking, like 10 years ago. Sorry, they charge like
Yeah,
$4.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, holy cow.
Hmm.
For a, yeah, it's nuts. Oh, you got a machine that carbonates water. That's cool.
Mm.
And you can flavor it however you want.
Yeah, that's fun.
Make your own. Baka, it is not weird to say you miss winter already.
Mm.
I miss it too mainly because I drive around and we are now in bug season. There are two seasons in Michigan. There's blizzard and bug season.
That's kind of a fun way to look at it. What's hitting your windshield? Is it
Yep.
snow, sleet, hail, rain, or bugs? Right
Yep.
now it's
That's
bugs.
right. It's bug season. And it shows on my windshield, right?
Mm.
It's just they're
Yeah.
caked on there.
Wow.
Do I miss driving in the snow? Mm, no. I don't generally mind it. However, the we had quite an adventure over Christmas break, right around New Year's. Actually, it was New Year's Eve when we were driving back from the UP. It was like 8 hours of white knuckle driving in the snow. And it was nuts, man. So that I can totally do without and be fine. But I like snow. And
Yeah,
yes, Baca, mosquitoes are the worst. That's the only thing Ryan will actually kill without eating.
that's true. That's true. It's because I'm not a cannibal.
Huh.
I'm not going to drink someone else's blood.
Oh,
Checks
but
out.
you do every Sunday.
Well, God, it's a different thing because here's the thing. God asked me to, and I accept it. No, I guess it's not a cannibal to drink blood, but it is certainly weird in most occasions. Even well,
Mhm.
even as a Catholic, it's technically weird. Oh,
Yeah, you're weird,
drinking the blood of a
but so am
god.
I.
Could you imagine?
I don't know. I wouldn't eat a mosquito either. Never will you see me swat a mosquito on my arm or something and then lick my hand.
Bummer. That's
Although
just
now
what I
I have
wanted
a
to see.
great idea on how to put some people off.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, you love driving in the snow. That's
Mm.
awesome.
I
It's
I've been inches away from death on too many occasions due to snow and ice. I think I'll stay away from it if I can.
yeah, that's cool.
I never died or even got injured, but oh my gosh, multiple occasions of near death, very close calls. One time I was driving like 60 on a 75
Mm-hmm.
straight highway, and I see all these cars in front of me, and so I'm like, oh, I should definitely slow down. I start slowing down. No, that's not happening. And so I pump my brakes and I slide from 60 very slowly down to like 20, right? Like I'm pumping my
Mm-hmm.
brakes. And the whole time, every time I pump my brakes, my back swings. And
Mm-hmm.
then a line of cars to my right, I'm in the left lane. And a line of cars stopped on the right lane. No car stopped in the left lane, but it's just me, and I am going towards cars, but I'm passing cars. So like it's already been kind of too late. I should have
Mm-hmm.
stopped forever ago. So I'm bumping, and I actually like just perfectly, like by God's grace, I slow down enough to just barely stop, like or at least like catch the same speed as the car in front of me without hitting somebody. Like just like in the matter of feet of difference of distance. And that was like,
Uh-huh.
wow, I had no idea this was all ice that I was driving on. So
Dude,
that was one time of many. I don't like driving in the snow. I don't like driving on the ice. I don't like driving that kind of conditions.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, yourself,
Hey,
Anna
Anna.
Taylor.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Welcome to the Don't Worry Wednesday. This is
Yeah.
us.
Hey, it's great to have some old faces come back. We've got Baka, Snow, and or sorry, Snowlock, and Anna
Mm-hmm.
Taylor. Been a while.
Yeah, welcome. Snowlog, you don't like driving in general. And that comes from
Fair
everyone,
enough.
from someone who drives every day for work. Is that,
Yeah.
are you, do you have like a road warrior job where you drive all the time? Like that's your job is to drive around or from one place to the other or whatever?
Love driving.
Yeah, Anna, me too.
I don't mind driving. I just don't like driving in the snow that much. But I don't mind driving. Driving doesn't bother me. It's good. It's fun. It can be nice, especially really long drives. As long as the weather conditions are nice, long drives can be really nice. Spend time with people in the car with you, or just like used to have a job where I drove around all day. So, um, like we did, I think it was last stream we talked about how the joys of being just having a long commute and all the amazing things you can do, and
Yes.
how beautifully blessed that is to be able to like just take that time and set it apart for silence or for, education, etc. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or you can entertain yourself too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Lately, I've been driving a lot in silence.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my decompression silence time.
You go through phases, right? It's kind of like you have a phase where you're like into like entertaining yourself, and you go through a phase where you're just like, nah, I just prefer the silence.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah. I have that too, though most of mine is silence, I think, and then occasionally more.
If you're bored,
Wow.
you can slam the gas. Yes, you can.
If you're bored, you can always do
Time on
something
the road.
illegal. It's like, okay, maybe not. Good idea. Plus, you don't have
Yes,
to entertain
you
yourself
can
as long,
totally
that's
do
right.
that.
Although you might find
And
yourself having to entertain yourself for much longer if you get pulled over.
that's true.
Those guys like to take their
You might
time.
have some real entertainment.
Yeah, I guess that would be entertainment too, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So Baca, you drive too, and the thing that bothers you the most are the other idiots in cars.
Yeah, well, of course.
Dude, I can relate.
I understand that.
Of all the conditions out there that exist for driving in,
Oh,
traffic is the worst
yeah,
one.
traffic and yeah, of course. Well,
Mm-hmm.
no, not for me, but I get it.
What's
I,
for you?
um,
Mosquitoes?
yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, not mosquitoes. I think there are two. There are two that are worse than traffic. Number one, after it has rained, but it's nearly dry, and you're behind a
Mm.
semi, and after like literally a second, you can't see anymore, and everything that's hit your window is now immediately dried, so it's there. You can't get it off. And if you don't have working, what do you call that?
What
Wiper
windshield
fluid.
washer?
Yeah, windshield wiper
Yeah.
fluid coming out.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
terrifying. Because,
Yeah.
especially if you're driving in the mountains. And then condition number two is that's a little bit more like you're gripping the wheel and you're like freaking out. Is when you're in the middle of a blizzard that literally you can't even see a foot, and there's just so much going on. You're driving like 5 miles an hour on the expressway and looking for any lights, and you're not even sure you're driving on the road anymore. You're just like, everything is white, everything is snow. I'm following these tracks that I think I see, and we might be on the expressway, we might not be. Like that is probably for me a worse condition than traffic, for sure. For sure it is.
Mm.
There are certain weather conditions I think
can
that
see
are
that.
worse. Yeah.
That's a very specific condition to be
Yeah,
driving
well,
in, though.
yeah, I'm just saying there are definitely, but they're more common than, well, okay, the mud on the window shield is less common, but the blizzard is common. When it blizzards,
Mhm.
that's the case. So pretty much really heavy blizzards, I'd say no. Actually, I'd even prefer traffic over like really heavy rain. Like where your car's slipping around and you're driving through like really heavy mud puddles, stuff like that.
Do that in traffic.
Yeah, or the blizzard in traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traffic in a blizzard
Mhm. With mud all over you.
that's with mud. Combine them all.
Yeah. Mhm. Great idea.
Anna, you are giving the kind of advice. Your advice is sound advice.
Which one?
Keep advising to slam on the gas to entertain yourself.
Okay.
It would be entertaining.
It will be entertaining. It won't necessarily be the right choice, but it would be entertaining.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Snowlock
gross.
says, it's so crazy to say I'm fully grown, tax-paying, working adult now. And I was first here when I was worrying about my MCAS score. See?
Hmm.
We grow through stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Life gets better.
And then it gets worse sometimes. And then it gets
and then
better.
it goes up and down, yeah.
Yeah. Um, good morning, Kishan. Good to see you. So the other day, Snorlax says, the other day I was driving my car. It stalled because my grounding wire snapped on my battery. Thankfully, it was a 10-minute job to fix, but the horror on my face when all the lights in the car go out. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah. That's a disheartening feeling right there when everything just,
yeah,
you're like, whoa.
yeah. That would be terrifying.
Mm-hmm. When I first read the word wire in the chat, I thought you said wife, and I was like, wait, you got married?
because my
Your grounding wife.
because my
Your
grounding wife
grounding wife
snapped.
snapped.
You know, it's funny. We do say that about people. Sometimes they just snap. It's funny. Kishan, have you just woken up? Did you take a nap, or like is your sleep schedule like crazy right now? Yeah,
Sleep schedule's craziness.
it's crazy. We have been here a long time. We've been doing this
Mhm.
show for a long while. It's great. I don't even know how old is this show now? A decade?
Like 8 years.
Okay. Wow. Almost.
Took me 8 years to grow a beard. Well, 7.
Wow. That's well, at least you refined it and it's the perfect, it's like make sure the shape is right. Hey, things like that take time.
Yes.
Hmm.
I like my beard. If you don't like my beard, I'm sorry. I like it.
I don't know anybody who's offended by your beard, Joe. Maybe there are people, but
I'm sure there are. I could
yeah.
name a few, but they will remain nameless.
Hmm. Okay.
$10 per gallon? Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane.
I mean, I thought it was bad because it was like $4.50 a gallon not too long ago.
Hmm.
That was crazy. Am I
An
a
active.
lazy beard owner or an active beard owner? I would say I'm an active beard
Joe
owner,
Joe
although
isn't yeah.
I don't use like beard products. I don't use like the beard cream and beard oils and stuff. I haven't found an oil that uh they all have weird scents to them that give me a headache, and when it's right in your nose and you're breathing it all the time, it's like constant
Right.
headache.
Right.
And so I don't use any beard oil or lotion or anything like that, but I keep it trimmed. It's kind of like my personal bonsai tree on my face. And I comb it like it's kind of like a nervous. I have a beard comb like at my desk, in my car, next to my bed, in my pocket, like because it's kind of like this nervous. I just comb it.
Yeah. Is it a
So
nervous thing or is it just a habit?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's very soothing. It's like my somatic
Okay.
care to myself,
Sure, sure.
you know,
Yeah.
to comb my beard. It's soothing.
I was gonna say Joe is an active beard owner. I am a lazy beard
You're a lazy beard
owner.
owner.
Mine exists out of laziness. Joe's exists because he's flexing his
I'm
muscles.
flexing my beard hair
Yeah, he's
growing
moving his
muscles.
chin
Yeah. I
and he's
just go
getting
like
those to
this
grow.
and it grows faster, you know?
Dang, I think I saw a couple. Wow. They just
Yeah.
you're gonna have to trim again.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Criminal Idol 1 was 2020.
Wow.
That was what, but when did Detective come out? That was like
That was
17,
2016.
16 or 17?
2017.
16? You can't imagine me without a beard. Just go back and look through some of the old Don't Worry Wednesdays. Like for the first 6
Wow.
years of Don't Worry Wednesday.
Yeah. Most of the Don't Worry Wednesdays have been of Joe without a beard,
Uh-huh.
for sure. Yeah.
See, now I'm combing it again
Well,
because
that's okay. You're
it's
allowed
just
to do
what to
that.
do.
It's not,
I'm allowed to.
yeah,
Thanks.
it's not disrupted. You're
Thanks
fine.
for the permission.
Yeah, you're welcome. I permit you.
Thank you. Thank you.
10 years.
Yeah. So, okay. So, Snowlock, you said you have a topic. Did you send us a topic?
Well, that'd be great. I would
Let
love to
me
have a
check.
topic. By the way, once again, we do not really have any topics, so if you guys have any topics you'd like us to cover, we'd be really happy to cover them. You can send them to
Hmm.
don'tworrywednesday.com. Oh, it wasn't Snowlock says, I did. It wasn't Snowlock. But I know
Was it not
Moonlit,
Snowlock? Somebody said that they had a better topic.
maybe.
Oh, it's
Moonlit.
Kishin.
Oh, okay. Moonlit started this whole thing with I'm worrying. He said, I'm so
Yes,
worried
that's
right now.
true.
Moonlit
Kishin.
did
Sorry,
something?
Snowlock, and sorry, Kishin. It was Kishin who said I have a super positive life
Okay.
topic, by the way, which is a really nice change here from the last one.
Okay.
Oh, you DM'd it to Static. Okay.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I can do that. Trying to position my mic better. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Hopefully it won't go out. Sounds like I'm talking into glass. Does it still sound that way?
It doesn't sound that way to me, but I'm on the Discord call.
Interesting. Is it coming across that way? Okay. It's better? It's perfect. Okay, let me
It's
just double
fixed.
check which properties. Okay, yeah, we're using the right mic. Okay. It was probably just because of the location of the mic at the time.
Mm.
Maybe. I hope so, anyways. Anyways, um, you DM'd it to me. Okay, great. I'll take a look.
Yeah, Snowlock, that morning routine will do a lot for you. It's amazing when you can get into the habit of starting your day with what are you thankful for, what are you looking forward to, and what are you going to do today to move in that direction. That's the 3 steps, right? And like to go through that mental exercise when you first get up and kind of get your wits about you, it always takes me like 10 to 15 minutes of uselessness before I'm actually like starting to kick into gear a little bit,
Hmm.
but then once I'm a little bit conscious of what I'm doing, if I can have that habit of that morning routine and it's all mental, right? You can write them down too. Writing them down can be fruitful as well, but it really does change your outlook on everything, and it
Hmm.
sets you in motion toward what you're working toward. It's a good way to be, for sure.
That's
I'm
great.
glad to hear
That's
it.
awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear it gets you through the day. Yes, that's awesome.
That's very cool.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So I'm just looking at this now. Static has bequeathed me the topic, so I
Wow.
can read it too.
Choice word there, Joe. Um,
Is
Thank you so much for this, Kishan. I'll go ahead and read this topic aloud. I won't display it on the screen this time. That way, there isn't any me playing around trying to get on the stream. I'm just gonna go ahead and get
mm,
into it. So I can't tell you guys to just look at the screen and read along, but I can tell you to pay attention. Okay. um, all right. Kishan has, as Joe said, bequeathed us with a topic. It says, pretty big
we've been
update
bequeathed.
to my previous topic. I'm going to go ahead and read it. It reads as follows. To recap, last time I was having to make a pretty difficult choice between keeping going with my student teaching and finishing my music education degree, or dropping out of a bad situation and going for a less valuable degree. After that episode, I came to the conclusion that I would give it a month. If it stayed the same, I would drop out. If it got better, I'd keep going. And if it got significantly worse before that month ended, I wouldn't even think twice. The first week after that was great. Then, the Monday after that week, it nosedived to the worst point in the whole year. I pulled the trigger and got out. Wow. Takes some strength and guts. Way to go. Okay. So
Yep.
far, it's been one of the best decisions I've made. Literally the day I did it, I was practically skipping and whistling, lol. I had an incredible senior recital, easily the best performance I've ever done. I'm incredibly proud of it, and it felt like such a breakthrough in my musical abilities. Then the stress of trying to find a job before graduating hit. A whole month of stress over trying to budget and figure out my job opportunities. And then I got an email from the first of the jobs I applied for. I was officially shortlisted for the Japan Exchange Teaching GET program. And after a week of consulting some finance major friends, I chose to accept. Assuming I'm part of the 99.99% of shortlist candidates to officially sign with school districts, I'll officially be moving to Japan July 15th. No education degree required. I can't say I'm a religious man. I'm agnostic on the topic of God. But, well, sometimes that explanation makes a whole lot of sense. It's really easy to get too focused and lose faith in things. But faith, capital faith, is genuinely one of the most impressive forces I've gotten to see in actions over the years. From Kishin Slayer. Thank you. I guess, wait, is it Kishin Slayer here as well? Curiosity. Kishin Slayer, yeah, okay. I knew that there was something extra. It was, yes, 288, okay. Great, or 2228, sorry. Yeah, there we are. Okay, hey, thank
Well,
you so much, Kishin.
congratulations,
Yeah,
Kishin.
congratulations. Yeah, again, I'm impressed and I'm proud of you, and
Mhm.
I think that's amazing. Again, it's the fact that you're able to choose to quit something that's actively being pursued because like you had the options. You weren't necessarily at that point feeling like stuck or anything, but I think a lot of people end up feeling like, well, now I'm stuck here. I made the decision and I don't have an ability to move forward, and so I'm stuck here. And you're a living example of, no, you're not stuck. And there's plenty of paths forward, and there's probably something better for you out there if you are to actually pursue and consider different options. And I think you've done that, and that's awesome. So, yeah, seriously, congratulations. That's awesome. Um, if you do get into Japan, which sounds like a pretty high chance, um, that's awesome, and I wish you the best. I wonder where you're gonna end up. That's really cool. Um, yeah, how exciting. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm impressed with your ability to follow through
Mm.
on what you decided to do. Because that honestly, when you said, the first week after it was great, but then the Monday after that week it nosedived to the worst point in the whole year, and you pulled the trigger and got out. You held the line on yourself.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with that too.
You made a decision and you were like, okay, this is how it's going to be. If this, then this, right? And then you held the line on it. You didn't hem and haw. You were just like, boom,
Mm-hmm.
I'm out. And like sometimes, like, I mean, not to say, people are bad for second guessing themselves because I do it all the time, you know, and I know lots of people who do it all the time. But in those moments when you can hold yourself, accountable for what you decided and then actually follow through with what you said you were going to do, that's a huge, big, good quality to
Mm-hmm.
have. And it's a great habit to get into too, because like when you can, be decisive and choose and then be like, okay, I said this was going to happen. Boom. This is what was going to happen. Those moments not only, I mean, they make your life move forward when you're decisive like that. And sometimes, you might end up going through rough times making decisions like that. I've definitely experienced that where I've made a decision. I said this is what I was going to do and I did it, and then my life got really really hard for a while. But then you still build inner strength by holding to what you decided to do. I recently had an experience like that happen. It wasn't as big a deal as what you just went through, Kitchen. It was basically just, like a Discord server that I was part of, and I was like, look, if this happens, I'm not going to be in this server anymore. And then that happened, and within an hour, I was out.
Hmm. Yeah.
You know, and it was just like, okay, I said I would. I was upfront about it, and then it happened, and so it was just like boom. But even though it created like some, a little bit of turmoil or whatever, I still held the line on myself. I held the line on my decision and did that. And the inner strength you gain from that, just knowing that you can trust yourself to do what you say you're going to do, it's it's hard to describe how powerful that is in our
Mm.
lives when we do that, when we make a decision and then we stick to it you
Yeah,
know
that's true.
so I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, and I'm glad that it's working out as well as it is. That's really, really awesome. And yeah, a lot can be said for faith.
Yeah.
A lot can be said for faith, for sure. So I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, I'm proud of you right along the same line. It's kind of interesting. A lot of times, you had that you said basically what happened is the rest of that week went really well, you know, just before the
Hmm.
Monday crash out, right? And it's like so many people would take that as, okay, so there's promise of it can get better. There's there's like so it can be better and there's promise of it. And so when then the bad week happens, you end up like going like well but it showed that like it could be good, so I'll stick around for a little longer, and that happens. We all can get trapped in that, in our relationships, but also clearly like in your job and things like that. And so it's again, it's really awesome that instead of trying to just go like, you know allowing yourself to argue yourself back in just because something was good for a time and then got bad again,
Hmm.
instead of allowing that to like tempt you, you just said, no, I said I was going to be out and I'm out. I think, yeah, that's
Hmm.
that's really awesome. Way to go, Kishan.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And stuff's lining up. See, it's crazy when life unfolds in certain ways, because we get taught and we get told, like, oh, if you let this go, your life's going to be ruined, or all that works all down the drain, or blah, 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 blah. Right. And I have held on to situations for so long just because I've invested so much of myself in it,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And then it's like all falling apart and it's not a good situation anymore. And then, but I can't let myself get out of it because I feel like I've invested so much in it. And it's all this old programming of like, the decision you make right now is going to change your life forever. And it's like, maybe it'll have a big impact, but it's not going to wreck it. You're not going to wreck your life with a decision, usually. I mean, I suppose you can, like, but we're not talking about extremes in that sense here, right? But
Mm-hmm.
in education, it seems like they would make everything out to be like the most important, most biggest deal ever. And da, 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 da. No, life moves on. Life moves on. And you make adjustments where you need to. And this is a great adjustment that you made. And so I'm glad for you
Mm-hmm.
that you did it.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of like gambling, because
Mm-hmm.
if you gamble, one of the things that keeps you is if you have that investor's mindset. It's like, well, I've already spent this much money. I have to like, you keep on trying to go so you can make it back. And then if you ever
Mm-hmm.
get rewarded for that behavior because you actually went out, then that that causes you to have some amount of belief that like, yeah, as long as I keep on investing, it will pay me out, pay me back. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, that's not reality. And so you have to jump out. And it's like we think, because and the reality is like, we all make sacrifices, we all invest in things, and they're to an end. And the idea is, well, if you like quit, then you lose everything. But
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important sometimes to recognize it's like, you're not losing something. Like if you're so attached to it that you can't lose it, It's like then you're currently a slave and you probably are clinging on too much and you probably shouldn't have the thing that you're trying to chase after because you've made yourself a slave to it. And so if you get it, you're just going to be subservient to it rather than a master of it. It's like not great. So
Hmm.
being willing to have invested in something for a really long time and then things change and you realize like, you know what? I'm gonna go a different road from here, and not have to, and not really dwell on it that much. I think that shows that you've got far more wisdom in a way than someone who's thinks they're being wise by really playing the investment card to its
Hmm.
end. And yeah, it's just interesting. I think there are times that, well, I mean, a lot can be said for perseverance. When you persevere in something, basically any of the people who have performed really well in anything, generally one of the top qualities is perseverance, being able to stick with it despite what's going on
Hmm.
around them.
Sure.
But I mean, it, that's a really great quality, but it in itself isn't good. You can be
Mm.
really perseverant and create a lot of bad
Yes.
in the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially when you're chasing a loss like that, like
Hmm.
when like the gambling,
Yeah.
you gave the gambling example, and the term that I've heard for that is chasing the loss, where
Okay.
it's like, you're losing
That's a
money,
good.
you're running dry, whatever, but you just keep going because I've lost all this and one big win's gonna make it again, and da, 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 da,
Hmm.
da, and and it can happen in relationships
I
too,
think it happens to
where,
people on YouTube Shorts and TikTok and all
oh yeah.
that.
I,
Chasing the loss.
I've
Some people
experienced
do
that
it.
actually,
Yeah.
it's just, doom scroll your life away
Hmm.
and, like, but the next one is going to be really good. I'm going to get the
Doom
next
scrolling
one's
is
going to
just
be
chasing
good.
the
The next one's
loss.
going to be really good.
For
Kind of
sure.
is.
For sure.
You're
For
right.
sure. Because
But how
I mean,
many
it's
times,
gambling
like,
with
yeah,
entertainment.
what it happens in, like you said, with YouTube, it happens with gambling, it happens with, career choices, it happens in relationships, it happens all, where you've already kind of lost that thing and you didn't lose it on purpose, but maybe, in the case of a person, a relationship or whatever, they're already basically gone, but you just keep chasing, right?
Yeah.
You're chasing the loss. And it's like, you know, you can waste so much of your time and effort and make things a lot worse, actually. And if you chase the loss in gambling, it can definitely make your financial situation much, much worse, you know?
Hmm.
Potart.
Yeah, I fucking brought out the po-tarts. Now I
Potart.
want a po-tart. I want a po-tart. And I want
I
to
have a
eat a
box of
po-tart on
Potarts.
stream. It's just for old time's sakes. You have a box of
Like,
po-tarts?
I have a box of Potarts in the next room over there.
What flavor?
Strawberry.
I was gonna guess strawberry. I knew strawberry. Of course
Yeah,
it's strawberry.
yeah. I
Although
wish they were the brown sugar
I was
cinnamon
about to
ones
say
or
the brown
whatever
sugar ones are
they are.
man.
Yep.
It's hard to beat the brown
I
sugar ones,
always
but
get disappointed. I always end up disappointed by the s'mores ones.
yeah, I know, me
Like
too.
they sound like they're gonna be so good, and then I get them, and then I eat one, and I'm like,
Yeah, and those
okay,
ones like you get in like 3 bites in, maybe, and you're kind of like, I've had enough of that one. You know,
yes.
it's like it's like crazy sweet, and then it's like, but the flavor's not there for the sweetness. It's just really sweet.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, at least they are better toasted because at least you're bringing some like toasted elements to it, but still,
Sure.
even then, it's not as good. It's just
Yeah,
like
but who has time to toast a potart?
you know what actually is the best thing you can do with the s'mores ones is freeze them and eat them frozen.
Really?
Yeah, because then it's a little bit like ice cream.
That's interesting. Hmm.
Yeah.
Now I have ideas.
Hey, at least it's
Thanks
worth a
for giving
shot.
me
Maybe
ideas.
maybe you won't be of the same opinion, but that's my opinion of them.
I don't know. It probably won't be a Shake Shack shake.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't even be from Shake Shack. It wouldn't even be a shake.
Won't be close.
Unless your plan is to make a shake out of the potards. Like
Ooh,
that sounds pretty interesting.
another idea.
Hmm.
Ice cream, Potarts, chocolate syrup, whipped
Yeah.
cream.
Okay.
blended, well, the whipped cream put on later, but blend everything together,
Mm-hmm.
then put more chocolate syrup on it, and then whipped cream, and then chocolate syrup on the whipped cream.
You got to have what chocolate syrup on the whipped cream because that looks really nice.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
pretty.
got because you
It's for
drizzle it on there.
aesthetics.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
thought you said prosthetics. I was like, for
Prosthetics.
prosthetics.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry, you missing an arm? No? Well, then I can't give you chocolate syrup on top of your whipped cream. Come back with a prosthetic and maybe we'll
Come
see.
back.
See how big the prosthetic is. If it's just a finger, well, how much? You know? Wow. I didn't realize there
That's
was.
great.
Oh, wow. Dang.
Yes.
Well, anyways,
No,
Kishan.
Kishan, I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
really awesome.
Mm-hmm. Way to go. That's so. I'm
Hmm.
I'm I'm really happy for you too. That's really exciting. I hope the
Hmm.
I hope the Japanese teaching program um, goes through for you. That would be really awesome. If it doesn't, obviously life is still open to other opportunities. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's really cool. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the update. That's really cool. Is there
Hmm.
anything about it in particular that you'd like us to talk more about, or are you just cool with that? It sounds really great.
Hmm. Yeah. And if you guys have topics, you can send them right in the chat too. If you have something you'd like us to talk about, uh, if you just want to hang out and we can chat, we love that too.
Hmm.
We have a good time.
Yeah.
Neon's Wednesday said we should talk about music and encourage her to make some sick beats. I
Oh,
hereby encourage you, make sick beats.
wow.
Go.
Dang. That was like a blessing.
Hmm.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not a priest. I can't go like this. This
Yeah.
was
Whoa.
more
What have
like
you
I
done?
dub thee sick beat maker.
Yeah. No, it was more like a dove, I guess. It was more like a king to a knight, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm. Wow. Nice.
Sick beat maker. You
Hmm.
go.
Yeah. Start with the
Consider
kick.
yourself encouraged. Consider yourself encouraged.
Hmm.
Love
Love
that
that
for
for me.
you. I love that you love that for you.
Yeah.
I love for you that you love that for you. Love it.
I love it. It's great. Wow.
Start with the base or no deal.
Yeah, of course you gotta start with the
There's
base.
a lot to be said for that.
Yeah. Start with the base. It's nice to it's a good starting point.
Hmm.
Yeah, true.
Oh, Kishan, you're welcome. And thank you. Thank you for being here and for
Hmm.
being willing to share.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad beyond words that,
Yeah.
some of what we have shared has been helpful. That's the whole point of what we're trying
Hmm.
to do. We're trying to be helpful in any way we can, and as we said at the beginning, we're not professionals. We don't, we're not a substitute for that, but like we can offer some perspective. We can be your friend and we can, kind of give you, a bird's eye view of a situation sometimes, which is, when you're in the middle of something, it's hard to make those decisions sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's crazy because like I see the same thing. Like when, it's the same principle when I'm watching my kid play basketball. I've never been into basketball, but now I'm like into it. And now I'm like actually learning how to do it because I want to help him and I want to help him grow. And so I'm asking the coach, like, okay, how can I adjust how I do things to make him work harder? Like,
Mm.
how can I guard him, so like he feels pressured and so he can learn how to adapt and all that kind of stuff. So I'm getting coaching from his coach as
Yeah.
well, and I've never been into basketball, but now, like here we are. But I'm watching this happen. And, when you are out on the court in the moment,
Yeah, you can't
us on the sidelines can be like, oh, well, that was a stupid decision, or why would he do that? Or what the hell, blah,
hmm
blah, 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 blah. But it's like you're not there in that moment seeing
hmm
what they're seeing and reading. And, like I hear, you know, my people that are there watching him, they're like, "Oh, they're not playing him. They're not playing him as much as they ought to," and da da da. Da. And I'm like,
Mm.
"Look, I'm not the coach. I don't know what he's seeing. I don't know what he's putting together in his head, what kind of strategies he's got. You know, he's the coach, you know, the ref, the same thing. I don't see what he's seeing, right? Like,
Hmm.
uh, you know, it's one thing to sit on the sideline and critique,
Yeah.
and it's fully another to be in the moment and trying to make those decisions on the fly. And when in this situation where you're like, okay, I'm throwing it away because I said I was gonna, I'm sure there was some apprehension in there.
You know what?
I'm I'm sure. I'm sure there was like, huh, okay, am I really doing this? Am I really doing this? I said I would do it. I did it.
Mm.
No going back now. I did it. And then it's like, okay, come what may. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah.
wild. But
It can
hey,
be
Noah.
it can be incredibly relieving though, for sure, to do stuff like that. Where
Yep.
you press the button and it's gone and you're like, and you just like you at that moment realize a giant block of your life is just opened up and you're like, whoa. Ah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do I do with all this?
Uh-huh.
It's like I've got so much time now, but yeah, it can be crazy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I was just kind of journaling about that the other day where I was you know, like I'm in this weird like feels transitional moment, right? Where like things are kind of shifting and changing and things with my kids are doing some shifting and you know all this kind of stuff and it's like, hmm, well, what so I have these blocks of time and I kind of have some say in how to arrange them and I'm like maybe now I will start the Joe gets better sleep arc.
it's a nice arc.
I'm like, maybe that'd be a good one to try, you know, like actually
Hmm.
sleeping for a full night, you know,
Yeah,
like,
that would be a good idea.
uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
quitting student
exactly.
teaching,
Quitting student
suddenly
teachers
having infinite time, I'm sure.
was insane. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, exactly that.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's so spoiled. Like when you have a massive paycheck and it's burning a hole in your pocket. Yeah,
True.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well said.
Sounds like a good plan with the sleeping
Yeah,
plan.
the sleeping plan. Just don't do too much. Don't get
Well,
addicted
no,
to it.
because that there is an overdoing it
Yeah,
that
there is.
can happen.
We've all overslept before and it doesn't feel good.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the whole day you're just like, "Ugh."
Yeah, I'm glad that's a thing. Because could you imagine if that wasn't a thing? How many people would just like be sleeping our lives away? It'd be silly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that that is a feeling that and sensation that we get oversleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Oh, we've got a non topic,
a
an
non-topic.
anonymous topic.
Okay, I think it's still a topic. It's not a non-topic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not a
Oh,
non-topic.
it's not a non-topic. It's
It is a topic.
a non as a non sent in a topic. Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Yeah. Oh, this is wow.
All right, I'll go ahead and
I'm
pull it
scared of
up.
this topic.
Uh-oh, it's a scary topic.
I'm scared.
Okay, I'm trying to refresh it, but it's really taking its time here.
Okay, Neon's Wednesday. I'm not gonna ask you about it,
Okay, I won't ask
but
you about it. Thanks for letting us know.
but but what about it?
Joe. Joe, what'd you do? This kid. Okay, here we go. I got it. I
You
got the
got
topic.
it.
Yeah. It's
Hey,
not
we got
curated,
it,
so guys, don't worry
guys.
about it. I'm not
Guys,
even gonna
we did
curate
it.
it. I'm going to.
Saule,
Hey, Saule, welcome.
you made it.
Okay, let me go over
Saule,
here.
I have to apologize. I haven't responded to your question in Discord. I will. I
Oh, wow.
apologize. Things have been crazy.
This whole time I've had a topic up on screen that has nothing to do with anything we've talked about. Well, it has something to do with some of the stuff we talked about, but anyways. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and read the topic. You guys can read the topic with me because it's the entirety of the topic on the thing right now, on the screen. So this is from Anan. It's a bit of a scary one, and it reads as follows. I want to know what your dreams are. Like life goals. Oh, life goal kind of dream, not right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I want to know what
Like
your
not what
dreams
I
are,
dream
like
about.
life
I had a
goals.
really weird dream last night.
Sometimes, man. Sometimes maybe you do want to know what we dream about. It's weird out there. It's a weird place. Um, Mine are usually pretty standard, I think. I want to know what
Yeah.
your dreams are, like life goals. Okay, thank you, Ainan, for this topic.
Hmm.
And welcome again, Saladai. Nice to see you. Um,
I'm glad you exist, by the way.
yeah,
Yours is a good
I'm so
existence.
happy. Yeah, very good existence. I like that one a
Hmm.
lot. It's a,
Hmm.
it's pretty up there. Um, so what kind of dreams do we have? And yeah, that's a good question. I honestly, this one's gonna take me a while to process. I have some thoughts. I think I can go get some thoughts, but I really like to see what Joe has to say, so I'm gonna give it over to Joe. What are your goals? What are your dreams? Your lifetime goals?
My lifetime goals.
L-
Well, they fall into a few different categories,
lifetime
right?
goal, life goals.
You have nightmares about squeeze cheese. Oh, no. No, no, no. Those are not nightmares. You're just telling yourself they're nightmares. Those are
Dang.
actually good dreams. If you have a dream with squeeze cheese in it, it's a good dream.
When the squeeze cheese is growing multiple eyeballs and limbs and it's chasing you down a hallway, that ends
Still a
very
good dream.
quickly. And there are spikes at the end of that hallway, but they're made of squeeze cheese, but they're really hard squeeze cheese, you know, the kind that you get at the top of the cap
Oh,
once you've left it for a
yeah, the
day.
crust at yeah,
Yeah.
that
And you know
stuff.
that the squeeze cheese is poisoned and it is going to eat you. Even if you were to eat it first, it's just going to eat you anyways. It's going to eat you from the inside out or the outside in. It doesn't matter. And that's your dream. That is a
Still a good dream.
that's a really nice dream. That is not a nightmare. That is a beautiful dream. That's like dreaming of flowers and just like the perfect dream.
Why do we get why do we get caught up in labels so much about good dream,
Good
bad
dream,
dream?
bad
It's
dream.
got squeeze
Yeah.
cheese in it. It's good. It's gotta
Yeah.
be
Come
good.
on. It's good substance. Anyways,
Great
sorry.
dream. Did you know, incidentally, how many have you had a Philly cheesesteak?
Oh yeah.
Have
I
you
mean,
had
they're
an
not my
actual
favorite.
authentic Philly cheesesteak?
They're not my favorite.
Did you get them? Did you get it with provolone cheese?
I'm not probably, but I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Most of the time they have provolone cheese.
Okay, I'm not sure.
You know the authentic Philly cheesesteak is made with Cheese Whiz.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow.
It's like a blop of Cheese Whiz on there, man. That's the authentic Philly cheesesteak.
Is it really that way? Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. That's crazy.
I just learned this last night from a friend of mine. You know, he was like, yep. He's like, I would make a Philly cheesesteak. We talked about restaurants or whatever. Like,
Oh,
and if he was going to start a restaurant, it would be like a Philly cheesesteak place. But he's like, it's got to be authentic with
wow.
Cheese Whiz.
What? I did not know that. Depends on the shop, but
Saule, thank
yes,
you.
sometimes. Sally says, wow.
I'm glad. I'm glad I wasn't totally dead wrong because I was going on secondhand information.
Yeah, well, fair enough. True, right? You're like, this is what I've been. Yeah, sometimes that's really all you need to say is this is what I've been told. Yeah.
Cheese Whiz, man, sounds great to me.
Hmm. Yeah.
Saole says, "Dreams. I want to do something good in my life with at least one of the talents that God has given me. We will see if I manage to accomplish anything like that. Does that count as a dream? Absolutely, it does.
Yeah. That's a life
Because a lot of
goal. Yeah.
times, we figure out things we want to do with our lives. and sometimes they change, and sometimes they expand, and sometimes we have to let things go because things change, and it's pretty wild. And so I guess as far as life goals go, I have life goals as a father to my kids, where I remember sitting down with my son and being like, I'm probably not one of the typical dads. Most of the dads in the school that my kids go to, they go to a private school, and there's this huge emphasis on college education, huge emphasis on career, like a respectable career of, and that usually means high income career, doctor, lawyer, computer programmer, those, professions that make really good money and require, solid college education. So you got to go get good grades and blah, 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 blah. And you got to go do all this stuff. I'm like, look, I'm not going to be like that. Like, because I know you were created for some kind of a purpose, and I don't know what that is, and you don't know what that is, but we're going to find it together. I'm going to, help you explore. I'm going to help you try and figure out what it is you want to do. And I'm not going to, like, if you figure out you want your life to be on a certain path, then I'm going to do everything I can to learn about it, try and set you up for it, not do it for it. I can't do the work for you. You're going to have to do the work yourself, but I will help you discover what that work is and figure out what connections need to be made and do, whatever it is, because to me, it seems like where they're being taught about career paths, it's just so very narrow-minded. And I even said that on a survey for the school. Like this, they sent us a survey, and I'm like, you guys have such an emphasis on everything has to be going like, well, where are you going to go to college and what are you going to major in? And if it's not one of these three things, doctor, lawyer, computer programmer, whatever, blah, 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 then it's not a respectable profession. And I've seen that so much. I grew up in that environment. Well, teacher was another one that you could do, right?
Yeah, because they had to list
And
that to. Yeah. Okay. Go
well,
on.
because they're all teachers, and so they gotta,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Well, we're respectable, right? Yeah, we're respectable. Let's put it down.
so, so anyway, so I remember and this was my oldest, and he was probably in 7th grade when we had this conversation. And now he's in 11th grade, and he wants to be a musician and a YouTuber and do all this kind of stuff. And he's got the charisma. He's got that. He totally could do it. And he'd be great at it. And it's like, okay, so these are the things you need to start thinking about doing if you want to pursue that as a profession. And you're probably going to have a job while you work on this, because there's no degree system for what you want to do. So it's not like you can go to college and study to do something like that, get a degree in it, and then have a job in it. No, you will own your own business in this profession. And there are certain things you need to do consistently in order to do this. And we just break it down. Okay, here's the things. If you want to win at this, this is what other people who have won in this area have done. And so you basically need to do those same things. And with who he is and his charisma, like I said, and his ability to speak and everything, he would do great. My other son wants to be a professional basketball player. And, it's a long shot anywhere you're from to do that. And he's not all that tall. He's my son, and I'm not tall.
Hey, sometimes you never know. Man, people.
But I learned one of his coaches on the Puma League, team that he's on. They're in the Puma League now, and the shoe leagues are the leagues you want to be in if you want to get noticed by people. You're going to get the best training, and the scouts are all at those events and whatnot. And so I was like, okay, so this is where you need to be, right? And his coach was a Division I NCAA basketball player, and he's shorter than my son now. And my
Wow.
son's not done growing. And so that told me that it's possible. Also, my son told me there is in the NBA right now, there's a 5'7" Japanese guy, which I figured anymore, you had to be at least 6 feet tall to do anything,
Yeah.
But that just shows me it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. And, so it's like my job as a father, my lifetime goal as a dad is to basically do everything I can to help my kids find their path and encourage them on that path, to help them discover it. And you know, whatever it is they decide, as long as it's legal, moral, and ethical. If my kid decided he wanted to be a hooker or something, I wouldn't, I probably would discourage him from that life, right? Like, but with whatever they want to do, I'm like, yeah, let's figure out how to get there. And because there's value in all these areas. And so whatever I can do as a dad to help them discover the path they need to be on and to help them grow in that area, that's my lifetime goal as a father. As far as career goals go, I don't know. It's gotten crazy over the last couple of years. I still am in this, you know, we have BSS, which for me, Ryan and I talked at length about BSS, and we both have similar ideas and emphasize different areas of those ideas, right? It's because we want to do something where, you know, we can empower people with the messages in music. And also, I really like the idea of creating a place like a company that I needed when I was graduating high school, which was a place where people can get their music released and help to grow their career and make music a legitimate career, which I was always told growing up, that's not a real career, blah, 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 blah. You have to be really lucky and da, 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 and this and that and the other thing. And it's like, no, they're just telling me that because they don't have a degree program to send me to. And that's all they know, because the people around me, all they knew was education system. And so it was like their whole life was consumed by education system. And when I was shooting for a career that did not involve the education system, they were totally lost. And so it wasn't legitimate to them, right? But now you can make a career in music all doing whatever. Like, there's so many people showing that you can do it. And you might not necessarily be super rich and super famous, but you can have a great life and you can make a great living and you can do, like, there's the opportunity is there. And so I think probably as I look at all this, I think probably you're kind of helping me formulate my life goals with this topic.
That's great. Very.
um,
It's great.
like is really to kind of empower the misfits. The people that don't fit into quote unquote normal society, the normal career paths, the normal way of doing things, right? Like, or like I have a chance to talk political stuff a lot with a friend of mine, and it's like you have to be either a Republican or a Democrat, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty much independent. I don't like either of you parties. I think you're all off track, in one way or the other. you know, you've taken it way too far, and it's the source of division in our country, and we need more people independently thinking. And it's like, to me, um, I just want to help people understand that who they are as they are is valuable. And if you don't fit in, quote unquote, that's okay. because you can still fit into your life as you are. And these are things that I needed to hear when I was in my formative years, and I still need to hear from time to time too, because it's like I feel like such a misfit so often. And I want to legitimize misfittedness.
Mm.
You know? Just be like, look, as you are is valuable. You as you are is valuable. And if I can help in any way move that ball forward and show the world that you don't have to fit into this little box that the quote unquote smart people have come up for all of us to, fit into. If you don't fit into that box, you are still valuable and you still have something to contribute and you still have something you can do and grow at and learn to love. And so I think that's probably my life goal. Wait a minute. Being a YouTuber is toxic. Yeah. We all want Joe as a dad. Oh, guys. You guys are too nice. Noah says, I love how much belief you have in your kids. I know that seems like a prerequisite to being a parent, but I know so many people who would be so grateful to have a parent like you. Man, that speaks volumes to my heart because I constantly feel like I'm failing as a parent. Mainly because like there's no manual for it and you just are kind of flying by the seat of your pants and it's like, but I have these kids that have these dreams and I will not squash them. I will not be like most of what they're going to be. I'm going to be a safe haven for them to express their dreams and their goals and not tell them they shouldn't do it because growing up, that's what I got. That's not a legitimate career choice. You can't do that. Blah, 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 blah. And it's just, I wanted to smack them. I was very angry. But then you grow older and you grow a little wiser and you just understand. It's like, wait, no, I see people winning at all of these areas. So you can really choose what it is you want to do and do it. But you just have to learn what it is, the path that you need to get on in order to get there. And the mentality that I got fed growing up was if they didn't know the path, then it wasn't a legitimate path. And I see that coming from the school that my kids go to too. And so they're going to get enough criticism. They're going to get enough backlash. They're going to get enough of that all around them all the time. And so if I can be one voice of encouragement and reason to say, no, hey, pick whatever it is you want to do. And there are people that have succeeded there. And so there's a path laid out. There are formulas you can follow in order to get there. And doggone it, I'm going to do everything I can to help. And now it's Wednesday. Thank you. But no, I do not need more children.
Are you
I got
arguing
two.
with my wife? Excuse me? No, I'm kidding.
I am
Yeah.
proudly arguing with your wife.
Great.
I don't need any more children. I don't really. I'm good with the children I have, and I'm glad to be here. And if I can help you in any way, then I want to do that too. But that's kind of my life goal is to just help the misfits, man.
Mm. Yeah.
So through whatever way I can. BSS is basically one big family, and we want to make it bigger.
Yeah. It's a good way of
Yep.
looking at it. Thanks, Noah.
And we'll take you. We'll take you however you are.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care. We're going to love you anyway. Hmm. Yep. It is difficult to be successful in music, art, unusual work because
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 not
not
a
a lot
lot.
of people
Yeah.
have supportive parents.
Hmm.
Yeah. I swear that's the major reason why it's difficult. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. Because your dreams, you have these dreams, and it's okay to have dreams until you're like 6 years
Yeah. What's
old.
with that?
And then all of a sudden now it's different. And then I remember that's probably why I got severely depressed when I was 7,
Mm.
because they started to show us our life path.
Mm.
You're gonna go through school, and then you're gonna go to college, and you're gonna get your degree, and then you're gonna get a job, and then you're gonna get a house and a white picket fence, and you're gonna have 1.3 children and a dog and a half, and you're gonna do it, and
Dog
this
and a half.
whole thing was
Mm.
just so discouraging. Like, I didn't want that at all.
Yeah,
I
none of
wanted
that
to play
sounds.
drums, man.
Hmm. Ooh, that half a dog, poor thing.
Uh-huh. I know.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'm gonna turn it over to you, Ryan, because I want to hear what you have to say now. I've
Yeah,
talked
well,
for way too long already.
yeah, that was very good. That was very nice, Joe. I liked hearing that. Honestly, I struggle with this because, and I've talked about this sort of struggle on stream before. I'm not a goals oriented person. Um, it doesn't mean I don't have goals. I just don't think in terms of goals. Um, Perhaps like most people do, and I know there are other people out there like that experience the same things as me. I think Saole might be one of those people that express the same sort of mentality. But um, so when I think about dreams, like what are my dreams? And I think one thing that Joe said that's very helpful in kind of going through and de-weeding this topic for myself. Joe said something along the lines of part of a dream is the lifestyle, the state of doing the thing. So it's like if your dream is to be a musician, it isn't to become a musician and say, okay, I've become a musician and you're done with it. It's not a success thing. It's not like, oh, I acquired this or I became this or this is how the world saw me and I accomplished my
Mhm.
dream. More so, the dream is engaged in the action of keeping that thing alive or
Mm.
um, something along those lines. And I think that more resounds with me in the way I perceive the world because I think in terms of daily path and orientation. I want to be oriented to the good. I want to be holy. I want to, like, my dream is to be holy, and I can continuously improve in that. It's like I want to be, I want to be like God, but not necessarily be God. You know, I want to exhibit His attributes that are good and holy, right? And that's one of my dreams. And I fail that every day, and I also succeed in that every day, and it's something that I can get better at, and infinitely so. And that's a beautiful thing because God is infinite, and so there's an infinite amount I can reach for and continue to grow in. And the same thing could be said of any virtue, right? Virtues are just the attributes of, in some way, the attributes of holiness. If you want to, I guess, think of them that way. But in order to just kind of like summarize my feeling of like, well, one of my dreams is to be holy. But that's not something it's like, oh, I've achieved holiness. That's a lifelong dream that I've always wanted my whole life is just to be holy.
Mm.
It's not quite like that. It's more like I want to be the kind of person that is holy. And that requires every day that I think and I actually act on that. And I feel to do that. And so that's something that I guess I dream of, right? Another thing is, it's like to me, I have, I have, I'm in a blessed position where I recognize that everybody has a crazy amount of impact on this world. And we can't see it and we don't know what it is. And I just know that it is. And I hope that whatever mark I leave impacts profoundly. I guess my dream is that my actions by the end of my life have acted in such a profound love that it also affects other people and their impact on the world. I don't have a dream of legacy. I remember I used to be Joe and I actually used to be a part of a leadership development company, so to speak, and they used to talk about legacy from time to time, and that was something I could never get on board with it. I never understood it. Never. It's not part of the way I think about things. Legacy can be offspring, like children and so on, progeny. Um, but legacy a lot of times can be being remembered once you're gone. Legacy can be many things. Being known as, or being famous or whatever, or being known as someone who achieved something great or whatever. But I've never legacy has never resounded with me like it does with some guys. Um, but um, I think because I'm devoid of the legacy, I hope that my intentions are more pure because I'm not chasing after something for myself. I'm not looking for a name to be remembered by or a thing to be remembered by. That's why it's like right now I'm mostly working on a video game and it's not even music. There's going to be music in it. And I know that I'm already well recognized as a musician, but um, it means a lot more to me that my music may have affected someone um, in their goodness, in their nature, in the way that they perceive the world towards something that's better than what they had before. It means a lot more to me that I might affect somebody in a positive way than it would ever mean to me to be like famous or to be remembered, um, or even for my songs to be heard. I enjoy that I get to create something that other people enjoy. There's a certain satisfaction in that. That's true. It's like when you create something and you're like, man, I just want other people, like, I want someone to listen to this and just like experience the joy that I'm experiencing. But that's giving. That's a gift. That's sharing something with somebody and anticipating the goodness that will well up within them, which is that joy, that enjoyment, right? And that's hoping something pleasant for another, right? That's a great thing. I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think I, since childhood, I have been, um, what's the word? Uh, it, it um, Inspired by that. So without knowing fully why or being able to explain it at the time, ever since I was a kid, I remember I was playing StarCraft, but I didn't play StarCraft. Literally, I would just open StarCraft and make maps so that other people could play StarCraft. Because I just wanted to create something that was enjoyable for other people to have fun with. Because I got something out of that. And that's good. I got something out of that. What did I get? Very rarely recognition. But if I could prove that I made something enjoyable, like if I made something and I showed it to my brother and my brother had a fun time playing it, I was like, I did it. I've done a thing. Like I have successfully made enjoyment in my brother. Like that is awesome. I've crafted a thing that brought in like a heightened state of emotion into my brother. That is awesome, you know? And I couldn't formulate that. I couldn't put that together, but there was something in the sensation of being able to do that that brought me to want to do it more and more and more. Even before I fully experienced it the first time. It's like there's something in me that me go, like, I want to do that. And so um I think that will always probably be the case for me. So it might not necessarily always take part in a formalized or recognized concrete dream. I might not have a concrete dream of what that is, but I know that I desire to create and I desire goodness in others and I desire to bring something to elevate someone's emotional state or their intellectual state. You know, I enjoy that process. I also enjoy the result of that, even though I'm not necessarily the one to reap the reward of that. And one might say, well, you're stroking your own ego because you're showing and proving that you have the ability to transform another person, and like that's a form of control over that person, and therefore like that control is what you're after. And I would have to disagree. I think that that would be an imposed mentality from a disassociated state of like, maybe some people think that way. And I think that that would be forced to really, I think if you were to try to say that, it would be forced into there. I don't think that's an accurate point of view, because it's not about what I get, I think. It's something about life itself as being a human and part of something. Like, because we're all beings in this world, and we're all part of it. And I think that um, the fact that every moving part is doing something and affecting the other moving parts is really important. And yeah, I think all those things come together into my dream. And I think that is like, I don't know, just um, to be holy, to leave a good mark in the world. I think probably one more dream of mine is um, to love well, to love my wife in a special way, yes, and especially, and then also to love the world and to love people so much so that people get to know and desire love. I feel, and this is more of a religious thing, but um, I don't expect myself to be a evangelist in the way that I'm necessarily bring a lot of people to the church or something like that. Um, however, and I have been a part of other people's journeys to the faith or to the church, which has been awesome. I'm really happy and glad
Mhm.
that I could play some small part. It's ultimately not
Yeah,
for me to boast
myself
and
included.
oh, well, okay. Yeah. You included. I mean, it's not for me to say that I've done that. It's not for me to take credit for, but it's something that I can say, I've been a part of, and that's really cool. Um, but I think something that I can do for the world is love, and love very well, and make a high reputation for love, and make love attractive. Because if I can get people to love, then my belief is that they will be far more accepting of the God that they find at death, rather than pushing that away. Because in the ultimate end, I think that's my belief, is that's sort of the choice you get to make. Do you choose to love God? Do you choose to love the lover, the one that made you out of love? Do you choose to love, or do you choose not to? And I think if I can help people come to love, and love is the I like ultimate virtue. Every virtue can be put into love. Love is desiring the best for another. I think it goes beyond that, but it's a great way to summarize a large portion of what love is. And I think, if I can do just that, at least in some people, um, then I think I've done a good job. And I think that's a dream of mine. So my dreams are not concrete statements of if I achieved this or if I've lived this life necessarily. Mine are more, I guess, and it's hard to talk about abstract things, but mine are abstract because they're, well, life will go, and I hope that I make the right choices to achieve this in others. Um, and um, and I think that comes out of a daily life, a formation of many choices throughout your whole life and how you choose to live. And whether you pick up opportunities or let them go, whether you persevere through things or whether you let temptation take you, and all of these things matter. And I think every day matters. And that's hard to live by because there's a lot of weight there, but it's also really convenient and easy to live by because it feels like you have um, feels like you don't have to necessarily make the hard decisions every day, because you've sort of already decided what you want to be. And um, I think it makes things easy because you're not necessarily worried about all the things like what's my finances going to be like, and what's my relationships going to be like, and what are my blah blah blah, and how is this going to go, and that and the other thing, and how am I going to get there. I've kind of just let go of how am I going to get there. I've let go of a lot of these things and just said, well, it is what it is, and I can participate in trying to make these things grow, and I will. But ultimately, the dream, all of those things are like not even a part of the dream. Like they're they're a part of the dream, but it's like they don't break the dream and they don't make the dream. The dream is outside of those things. Those things can help the dream. Money can be a tool for good or a tool for evil, right? And so in that sense, those things, if I spend time on my finances or something, then maybe that would help me towards my dream. But in the end, it's not like the finances aren't the dream. The finances would be a stepping stone. The
Right.
security is not a dream. The security would be a stepping stone. The relationships are not the dream, though they're a really integral part of it. I wouldn't say relationships are a stepping stone because that's kind of rude, but you get what I mean. My relationships tend to be the offspring of my um, relationships are more of I would say they're not a tool because they're sort of the result of the lifestyle. The dream that casts the way that I act creates the relationships and upholds them in the manner that they are, whether they are good natured or bad natured. And I think that the way that I chase my life and choose and take action in my life, like hopefully this will be inspiring and nothing more than that. And a moment of teaching. Hopefully this will be a moment of teaching and inspiring, and nothing more than that. Um, there, I have experienced many times in my life where I walk into a room, or I don't even necessarily have to walk into the room, but my presence is known, and it shapes everybody to be. How do I say this? Um, Good, better oriented to the good. And it's not that maybe as God has said, he goes before me always and he enters the room first, right? But people know me as a let's say a holy person, okay? To I've had many experiences where I will, before I even get into a room, everyone will stop talking about the bad stuff, stop acting out the bad stuff, stop gossiping or, swearing entirely, whatever it is, and they'll shape up, so to speak. And it's my presence goes before me, sort of thing. That's because people know me and they think of me in a certain way that is high. They think highly of me. And so when I go before I go into a room, they sort of go like, well, I think highly of him, therefore, like, and it's this very subconscious thing. We do this for like our grandmother, for example, right? Like a lot of people like, oh, would you, like they don't talk like that when their grandma's in the room, right? Like that kind of behavior, that presence that demands people to be more accountable and behave better in the room and not be misbehaving, right? Let's say. And I guess there's a little bit of a difference here because one of them is like, oh, if I do that, I'll get punished. And the other one is, oh, I don't want to disrupt the holiness that is in that person, or I want to respect them and their sort of, um, I don't know, I don't know how to put it into words, but anyways, I think you get the idea. So my point is of that is if my dream isn't to be the kind of person that necessarily uh, forces people to behave. I don't mean to say that or anything. Um, the point is that if I'm on mission, that's the dream. And the mission is everything I've said, then I'm kind of already in my dream. And my dream is further out there because there's a lot more that I need to do. But when you're on mission, people around you notice. And if I get off of mission, I notice. And the people around of me start misbehaving. The people around me, they notice when I'm on mission and when I'm off mission. When I'm pursuing holiness or pursuing goodness, people respond. But when I stop, it's like the Holy Spirit doesn't go before me and people notice. Joe, you have something on your tongue.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just start misbehaving just to mess with you.
Oh, okay. I'm misbehaving. Ah, crap, my off mission. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, I love that. That's great. Thank you. That's funny. Yeah, well, anyways, and again, it's not to say like I'm all that in a bag of chips. There are many people that are all that in a bag of chips. You know, like there are many people that that's the case with. And I think it's like, I don't know, if my dream is to make a difference in the world, then that's something I do every day. And the person that we are affects the world around us. And it's very clear to me that that is the case. Then every day matters. But it's not every day is the end of your life sort of thing. It's every day is an opportunity for good. And I think most days will be invested into one little thing that will build up over many years and then finally be released, and people will be impacted on it in a level that will change their life. And they won't even know any different because their life wouldn't have been, they won't know what their life would have been without it. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And so my dreams are like that. My dreams are, I would love to make a video game that people really, really love, really enjoy, are impacted by in a special way, more than most other video games. And that would be awesome. But let's say I put a bunch of time into something and it just doesn't take off. That's okay, right? I lived by what I could do, what I believed in the moment, and attempted to put and invest my heart into in a way that is for the good. And I do that every day, and that's the dream. Then that's awesome. And if I don't do that, then I'm not living the dream. And that's not awesome. You know? So I guess that's my answer. It's again, it's an interesting question. It's a really hard question. I think it's especially hard for me because I don't tend to think in terms of concrete solids, in terms of that. Like my brain is very abstract oriented in those things, and I think it's just okay. You've got a foundation, and you just live that foundation, and that's you living the dream. It's kind of like the best I've got. So, yeah, those are my dreams.
Good dreams.
Yeah, thanks. You too, Joe.
I have weird dreams when I sleep.
Yeah, don't we all?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, have I been in any of your dreams recently?
Have you been in any of my dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, keep me out of the weird. No, okay,
Dude,
I'm kidding. I am a weird.
there's no
so
escape.
Like,
You're in the weird.
There's no escape. That's what the dream is, isn't it? There's just no escape. In there.
There's no escape.
It's not that there's no escape for me. It's just that the dream is there's no escape, and I just happen to be there.
Too much squeezed cheese before bed. There is no such thing as too much squeezed cheese before bed. Although I am out of squeezed cheese right now.
If you no. If you've eaten all your squeezed cheese, you've still not eaten too much squeezed cheese. You've eaten the exact amount you should have because that's how much you bought. And
That's
that's
how
the
much I
value of the
had,
product.
and it's gone
And you've
now.
done it and you've used it wisely, or
Which
maybe
means I gotta
unwisely,
go to the
depends.
store. And I don't like going to the store. Anybody else with me? They don't like going to the store.
Okay, here's what I think. I don't like going out for the most part. It doesn't like, but at the same time, it's like I know I'll enjoy it once I'm out. And I enjoy going to the store because I'm going to the store with my wife and we have a good time together. Just because we can do
Ah,
anything. We can do anything together basically and have a good time for the most
yeah.
part. You know, if we decide that we're gonna do it and we do it together, it's gonna be a good time. So I don't mind going to the store. Yeah, like going to the store,
You know,
being in
like
the store, I'm fine. Yeah,
being
exactly.
in the store.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. I don't like going to the store. Like I don't like that. Like oh, I have to like get ready. I have to like put in effort. I have to get into the car. But then like I'm doing it, and it's like it's no big deal. Like what am I hyping this up for? It's like not. It's like seriously not a big deal. And then I go to the store, and I'm in the store. Everything's fine. You know, it's like, so do I actually dislike going to the store? Yeah. It's like I dislike the idea of going to the store, but I actually don't mind going to the store. It's fine. It's totally okay.
Mm.
In the store, I'm totally
I don't like
100% fine.
I don't like being at the store. I mean, I've had lots of jobs in
Mm.
stores where it's like a stock clerk or
Oh,
you know
right, yeah.
whatever. And and so it was like work then. And but and it was fine, but then I don't know. When I was married, it was like there were so many store days that
Mhm.
just took forever.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I
Mhm.
was the guy leaning on the cart, like
Mm.
bored and
Someone else is reading all of the labels in the back.
and
Yeah.
it's like we're gonna have to pay lots of
Uh,
money.
okay, I can see where that would,
Stores, it's like romance. It's a
mhm.
trigger, and it's
Yeah,
probably like
that makes sense. That makes sense. I think the only thing I don't like about stores is when they're, and this is, I think a lot of people experience this when they're really crowded and you
Mm.
feel like you're in the way 100% of the time. Or even like if you
Mhm.
ever feel like you're in the way like 10% of the time, that it's not an enjoyable experience because you're like trying to get out of people's way and you're like trying to shop and like make quick decisions, but it's hard and you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna grab this. And then you get home and you're like, why did we grab this? This didn't make any sense. And you're like, oh, I was trying to get out of the way, you know? And it's like, yeah. And that's a me problem, I think, because I'm too aware, maybe, I don't know. And my wife has the same problem. We both have that problem. We're both not very good at that. So,
That's okay.
yeah.
You learn as I don't know, I've learned fairly recently that it's okay to take up space in this world.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's something that I have to remind myself of. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
put here. I'm allowed
It's
to
not
take up
an
a little bit
easy
of
thing,
space.
like you go through times where, you kind of get your self-confidence and self-esteem beaten into the dirt and then you just like you feel like you were just describing, I'm always in the way. I'm in somebody else's way and I
Hmm.
don't want to be in somebody else's way. And it's like, wait a second, like now I'm like, wait a second, maybe they're in my way.
Yeah.
How do they get to have a way and I don't have a way? Like
Right,
what the
right.
heck? That's not fair. Like
Hmm.
come on. And so now I'm getting this attitude where it's like
I have a question. Did you have
I
a
have my space. Like when you discorded me earlier and I was like I'm going to make some tea and you're like take your time and I'm like darn tootin', it's my time. I'm going to take it. It's like
No, and I rooted you on. I'm like, yeah, that's right. It's your time. That's so silly. But I like, yeah.
Yep. But
It's,
that mentality
uh-huh.
actually means a lot. Those little moments mean a lot in like rewiring my brain to be
Yeah,
more effective
sure. Did
because
you,
we are here and each of us has a purpose. Each of us has a reason for being and for each of us it's valid.
hmm
And it's like
yeah,
why do I always have to feel like I'm here at the inconvenience of somebody else?
right.
Does that make sense?
Hmm.
And so it's like, wait a second. No, I'm just as valid as everybody else. Right.
Hmm.
And so I can take up space. I can take time. I can do these things, I'm a human being too,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah. I think mine probably comes from traumatic experiences with my dad telling me I was in the way and then probably failing to get out of the way and getting knocked over and like, just totally like, because I'm like, you know, 5 or something, and
Mm-hmm.
he's walking with a giant, door or something, and I just boom, knocked over, and I'm like, ah, and instead of going, "Are you okay?" He's just like, "You're in the way," and then he swears a bunch, and then I go off and I'm scolded and I'm
Mm-hmm.
stuck wherever, being out of the way. That's for sure. I don't want to be in the way ever
Dude,
again
I'm gonna
because
be
that
I'm gonna be as
hurts.
far away from the way as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah, yeah. And so and I think a lot of us have a something like that. It's like
Yeah,
if you have
for
that
sure.
experience of like, yeah, you're in the way, like man. Yeah. Hmm.
Yep. So it's, yeah, and it helps
And that's
with
them being bad. It's like that's them being bad people.
right. That's
And yet
that's
that I'm
not
the one
any
living with the
problem with you. That's
yeah.
the problem. That's a them problem,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, that's right. With now my wife and I, we talk about each other being in the way, and it's like, no, that's good. You are part of the way, so be in my way so that I can bump into you. That's good.
That's that's so
It's
cute.
yeah, it's healthy. It's healthy. What do you call that? Wound healing. Hmm.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh, yeah, I don't know. I always find things go a little bit better for me if I walk around looking at people like I'm gonna kill them.
I think I think that you have not done that to me, and that's why our relationship is decent. So I'm gonna have to defer to I don't know for sure, but I have to imagine that uh, that doesn't work in all cases. But fair enough.
You're
I see
right.
what you
You're
mean.
right. But well, for
Hmm.
instance,
Yeah.
um, my son who plays basketball, he's got a more reserved personality like me, right?
Hmm.
He's more introverted, more reserved, and whatever. And so like he just kind of goes with the flow, and that's really cool. And to be honest, like it was hilarious because we checked into our hotel room, right? And it was on the 24th floor and it was cool. We spent most of the time when he wasn't in games, probably more time than anything else we did was just standing and staring out the window, saying
Mm.
nothing.
Wow.
Because we both have that personality, where it's just
Hmm.
like we're fairly quiet normally, and we're just like introverts, and like we just stood there and looked out the window, like, wow,
Hmm.
this is really cool. Oh, look, a ship on the river.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, look, the lights are coming on over there. That's cool. Oh, somebody decided to put a lawn on top of a building.
That's awesome.
What? Like,
I love when people do that. I think that's so cool. That's a
there's
good
a
use of
lawn
space.
on the building. Like, okay,
Yeah, I love
somebody
that.
did that, right? Somebody paid money for that.
That's true.
Like,
And somebody goes up there and mows it.
yep, somebody has to go mow it.
Okay, I hope not. That would stink.
Yep.
Mhm.
But anyway, so I told because like, but he's trying to get more playing time on his team and everything like that, right? And so
Mhm.
I knew I had to kind of go to an extreme with this guy because it's just like, okay, you got to wake yourself up, because you're really reserved and you just really go
Mhm.
with the flow. And that's really good for, like normal day-to-day living. It's good to just like let things bounce off you, whatever.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
get yourself too stressed out, whatever.
Yeah.
But like I was like, look, when you come in and you say hi to your coach, I want you to look at him like you're going to kill him because at least he will see that you're alive and you're ready to go.
That's
You know what I mean?
I love that. That's true. That's fair. That's fair. And maybe, yeah, yeah, wow. I'll leave an impression. That's great. Like you're gonna kill him. What does that even look like?
Usually just your eyes are open
Yeah, no, no. Yeah, right.
and you just looking, you don't have to look angry.
Hmm.
You just focused, serious. I'm ready to go, right? Like that kind of look.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing when you finally get to the point, like when you determine, okay, it's okay for me to take up space. It's okay for me to exist in this world, because for so long you've maybe told yourself, this is me and my story, right? For so long I was told myself that my needs and desires aren't worthwhile or whatever. Anything that I wanted to do was stupid. And like, and so you live that way long enough and you just shrink,
Mm.
right? But then it was so cool to walk with a purpose. I talked about when we were at Cedar Point, and we're like
Mm-hmm.
walking, and I was like,
Yeah.
when we walked a little bit faster than most, and we just focus, and you kind of, look serious and focused, like the crowd parts
Mm-hmm.
for you,
Yeah.
you know, as you're walking in that direction, you just see people get out of your way. And it felt really cool because it's like, I can take up space and it's okay,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah.
And that fits in with my life goal of like, if you don't feel like you fit in, that's okay. You
Yeah.
fit exactly where you're supposed to fit. You're supposed to be here for something. Even if you don't know what it is yet, there's something that you're supposed to do here. And it's worthwhile. And I don't care. Like Ryan, I respect you so much, Ryan, because you're like, I don't care about the fame and recognition or whatever. You told that story about creating a game for your brother to play and he was happy to
Mm-hmm.
play it, you know? Like that means so much, because I'm just like, yeah, that, like, even though it doesn't get like huge fame and recognition, it's so valuable,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
right? You created so much value.
Yeah.
And if you can do it behind the scenes, it's, when you're not interested in the fame, you're not interested in the glory, you're just wanting to create a good experience for the people around you. And that means so much to those people,
Yeah. I
even if
think,
they don't know how to articulate it.
yeah. And it's like it's like the created thing that you created, you spent time on, you
Hmm.
cherish it in a special way. And if that created thing brings joy to another person, you're like, that is awesome, And it's
Hmm.
like this weird relationship. And I think, I don't know, maybe partially to some degree, I feel like that's how God feels sometimes. It's like he
Hmm.
created a thing and it was a human being, and that's you. And you're going to
Hmm.
go out and do amazing things, and it's going to affect his other created things. And he's going to be like,
Hmm.
watch you do something to another person that's good and bring joy to their life. And he's going to be like, wow, the thing I made did that to the other thing I made. That's so awesome.
And they
you
did it
know?
all in this thing I made, the universe, right?
Yeah.
They're like,
Out of its own free will, it did this. It's just like,
yep.
that's so cool.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Yeah.
It's a gift.
Absolutely. But I don't know, everybody can resound with that, and everybody relates to that, and everybody experiences that. And so anonymous and everybody else, whatever that is for you, I hope that you find that, because it's,
Hmm.
and that you can discover it and
Hmm.
pursue it, because it's an interesting thing to be uh, excited about something outside of yourself that you're a part of. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. And when you have something to pursue,
Mm-hmm.
that's when we come alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
When
absolutely.
you're in pursuit, it's, I remember hearing a long time ago, the achieving the goal, while that's a cool thing, it's not the most memorable part of the
Mm.
run. The run
No.
is the most memorable part, where you're in pursuit. And that's when you feel the most alive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they would always say, you know, have something else set to go and ready to start before you hit your goal you're working toward, right? Have another one set, because that's how you can maintain that aliveness, because you can maintain the pursuit, which is the thing that really makes us wake up. It's that pursuit,
Mm-hmm.
Without it, we're just kind of moseying through life, and we get blown around by all kinds of stuff. But when we have something that we're in pursuit of,
Yeah.
that's when it's like life becomes rich with all kinds of experiences, good and bad, but it's rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excerpt from the Book of Joe. You're welcome.
Yeah. Awesome.
I am going to write the Book of Joe.
Wow. Dang.
It's going to have all kinds of stuff in it.
It's gonna be a good book.
It's going to be epic.
It is. Wait. You're making an epic?
No.
Oh. Well, then it's not
just
going to be
epic.
Okay.
Don't give me your side eye. I don't
deserve that. You can make room for me here. Sorry, I'm just being silly because epic is a type of story. It's a format. Epic is a format of a story. So when you're referring to a book and an epic, I'm like, oh, he's writing an epic. No, he's writing is going to be epic, the way that we use it now in terminology, but you're not using the original ancient term epic to mean what it
You're right.
is. Yeah.
You're right, I'm not.
Just like you're probably not making a comedy, and you're probably also not making a tragedy.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nope.
Right.
It's just gonna be the Book of Joe.
The Book of Joe. It is what it is.
Yep.
It's
you
what
guys.
It's
what it's, and it's not what it's not.
It's not. It's not. It's what it's.
Mm-hmm. It's what it's.
Mm-hmm. That's also going to be in the Book of Joe.
Yep.
Yeah, there may or may not be a few quotes from Static P in the Book of Joe, such as the letter Chen, references to the letter Chen.
The letter Chen, yeah.
Yeah, things like this. And how do it, things.
Mm-hmm.
So a few phrases, a few catchphrases that have happened over the years, but I think most of it's going to be the full authentic Joe. That's the best parts.
Yeah, and I'm going to have a couple chapters in there. One is going to be reasons to be a Democrat.
Wow.
And the other one's going to be reasons to be Republican.
And are they going to be blank?
Both will be blank chapters.
Yes. That's the way to do it. Yeah. What was that book? What was it called? It was like, gosh.
Oh, they've started on this whole thing now. Like that, it was that one dude, dude. It was reasons to be a Democrat, right?
Yeah, I think it was
reasons just a bunch of blank. It was blank.
Yeah.
Right. And it was funny because then there was another one that came out. It was like Kamala Harris's accomplishments, and that also was blank.
Oh no!
And it's like,
ouch!
And I'm like,
that's a little direct.
I'm like, all right, guys, like we're like, I mean, I appreciate the humor, from your standpoint. However, come on, like, I'm gonna write a best-selling book, and it's gonna say nothing in it.
Nothing. It's just gonna be a title, and that's it. Bestseller. Wow.
So crazy stuff. It's funny.
It's not a book,
but at the same time, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've figured out something about myself. This is probably a little bit crude, and Ryan's gonna be very upset with me, but I figured out after being in Detroit for a whole weekend, and just on foot in Detroit, I was like, yeah, you know what? I figured out how I like my women. I like my women like my Motown records, black and round.
What? What?
Sorry.
What? That's a reveal joke. Wow. That's hilarious. Nice.
Sorry, chat.
I apologize for the words that have just came out of my mouth. And I even thought about whether I should say it or not, and I chose to.
Yep.
It didn't upset me. It
Respect.
didn't.
I'm getting respect
There
though.
you go. It didn't upset me. It just surprised me. Nice.
Yeah. Did not expect- I didn't expect that either. But actually, you know what? I'm not after a relationship, so don't read into that.
Oh no. Yeah, you black and round person on the stream right now. Don't read it. Don't read into it.
Don't read into that.
Whoever you are. I know your type. Black and round. Like a Motown record. Joe, as much as Joe wants that, he doesn't want that. He doesn't want you. Oh wow. It's possibly
It's
upset in a
getting
good way.
little
Yeah.
late.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, it's time to turn it off.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
you
I
guys
agree.
have gone too far.
Yeah, it's 20 minutes after. Thank you for the topic, Anonymous. It was a beautiful topic. And we hope that we did it justice and that it could be inspiring at the very least. Yeah. Thank you guys for the beautiful Don't Worry Wednesday and a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the topics that were impromptu. We, again, have no topics to go off of for next stream. So if you have anything on your mind, anything that maybe triggered you, not necessarily in a bad way, it could be a good trigger or a bad trigger during this
Anything we
stream.
said triggered you. I'm sorry.
And if we've said anything that triggered you, please make a topic about why you're worried. And go ahead and send that topic in through don'tworrywednesday.com. But yeah, if you have anything going on in life that you're worried about or have any concerns or whatever, that would be really welcomed since we are low on topic. Otherwise, we're just appreciative that you could be with us and join us for this stream, and we're happy that we got to enjoy you in our presence. And you are lovely, each one of you. So thank you, and we love you.
Yep. Neon side, don't read too much into that. It was a joke.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. I should get you. No, that's green and round. Darn. Ooh, a bouncy ball.
A
A
bouncy
bouncy ball. Yeah, a black one.
A black bouncy ball. Oh my gosh.
Okay, anyways, thank you guys. We love you. I'm definitely inspired. Okay, awesome. All right, we love you guys. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend, and we hope to see you next week on Don't Worry Wednesday. Bye now.
Yes. We love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Peace.